Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperikpe, has reassured global investors of Nigeria's favorable investment climate and dynamic policy reforms under President Bola Tinubu. Speaking at Abu Arabe Sustainability Week, ADSW, Ekpo highlighted the administration's commitment to unlocking the nation's abundant gas potential through regulatory stability, infrastructure expansion, and private sector partnership. Lydia Sampson reports.
The panel discussion, Ekperikpe emphasized that recent reforms have continued to foster transparency, promote cleaner energy, and drive industrial growth.
To say that today in Nigeria, before development of any asset, you have to take into consideration the environment. We align the two to ensure that decarbonization is guaranteed, innovation is attained, and industrialization is equally attained.
The minister invited investors to leverage Nigeria's disposition as Africa's gas hub, underscoring that the Tinubu-led government prioritized sustainability and energy transition goals. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Fired by two convicts on death row against a conviction for conspiracy and murder have been upheld by Court of Appeal Abuja Division as they are now free to go home. Dele Atumbi reports on the discharge and acquittal of the Adamu Mohammed Bambini and Haruna Mohammed.
On 6 December 2018, a land dispute arose between Gaba and Afani communities in Lavun local government area of Niger State. Some suspects were prosecuted and convicted for the crime, including Adamu Muhammad, who was sentenced to death, and another death row inmate, Haruna Mohammed, approached the appellate court appealing the death sentence, which the court upheld. In a unanimous judgment, the three-man panel of justices led by Justice Okon Abang faulted the shoddy investigation. The court accordingly discharged and acquitted the duo from the murder charge. Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal has upheld Haruna Audi Shekolo as the duly chosen All Progressives Congress APC chairmanship candidate for Buhari Council area election slated to hold on 21st February. In a 2-1 judgment, the three-man panel led by Justice Haman Barker agreed with the Federal High Court that the appellant who filed the case, Joshua Ishaku Musa, filed out of time.
The case of the appellant is not too bad.
In a dissenting judgment, however, another member of the panel, Justice Okon Abang, held that Ishaku had valid grounds of appeal as he was not given fair hearing by the trial court. In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
Part of its continuous engagements with contractors and the Federal Ministry of Works, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has inspected sections of the rescoped Enugu-Onitsha Federal Highway to ensure standards are maintained. Blessing Anyanwu is our guide.
The sections of the 72 kilometers Enugu-Onitsha Highway inspected include the 18 kilometers stone base with asphalt binding and the 15 kilometers concrete pavement to Abapa Junction. Also inspected is the twin flyover bridge at Ekeo Binago in Enugu. The minister, who frowned at some irregularities noticed in some sections of the road, also commended the pace of job done at other sections. He directed that completed sections be open to ease traffic.
Section 2 of it, which is 15 kilometers, which we are doing with reinforced concrete and pavement by SKCC, is ongoing, remaining about 3 kilometers or thereabout, which we hope in the next 2 weeks will be completed. We saw the third section of their work, which is 18 kilometers, and are doing the right work.
Enugu State Controller, Federal Ministry of Works, while briefing the minister on the level of work done, expressed satisfaction with the ingenuity of the ministry to deliver strong and reliable road network.
The contractor is really doing what he should do, and the Federal Ministry of Works is always there. Yes, we are not perfect, but we are striving to make sure that we get everything right, at least so that the populace, the Nigeria gets value for the money.
I think we need 1 month about finishing this whole 50 kilometers, and then we can move to the section 2 and start CRCV very soon.
Other stakeholders commended the federal government for their deliberate attempt to link regions, promote trade and development.
We are just coming from section 2A and 2B of the second Niger bridge, the connecting roads and the bridges to the second Niger bridge. I want to say thank you to Mr. President because he's including Southeast in everything he is doing.
The 150 billion naira road project is expected to be completed in record time. In Enugu, Blessing Ayaun, NTA News.
The second phase of the continuous voter registration exercise is currently ongoing nationwide. Chimaroke Ugu has an update of that exercise in Enugu.
Continuous voter registration exercise, which commenced on the 5th of January by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is open to newly eligible voters, those who need to replace their lost or damaged permanent voter's card, and individuals seeking to update their voter information or transfer their cards to new location. The CVR exercise is a crucial initiative aimed at ensuring that all eligible Nigerian citizens are registered to vote and can participate in the country's electoral process. The exercise is expected to run until August 30, 2026, providing ample opportunity for citizens to register or update their voter information. According to the Enugu State Office of INEC, the process is designed to be simple and accessible, with INEC providing necessary facilities and support to ensure smooth registration experience.
The second phase of the CVR started on the 5th of January. 2026. We know the challenges we faced during the first phase in terms of people turning up and being able to do their registration for various reasons. A lot of it's not INEC's challenge or not INEC's fault really, or inability to do what it's proposed to do. But we understand that people have difficulties, have had difficulties coming out, and it doesn't meet their schedule.
The continuous voter registration exercise is an important initiative aimed at promoting civic engagement. Nigerian citizens are therefore encouraged to take advantage of the opportunity to register or update their voter information and exercise their right to vote. In Enugu, Chimaroke Ugu, NTA News.
With us now to shed more light on the topical issue of continuous voter registration is the head of Department, Voter Education and Publicity, VEP, INEC, Enugu State, Mr. Shuka Rex Achumie. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Achumie.
Thank you for having me in your studio.
All right, let's just fire the four shots like this. How exactly or who exactly is qualified to participate in this exercise?
The people that are qualified to participate in the ongoing voters registration are the people that are actually who are Nigerians by birth, 1. And 2, you must have attained the age of 18 years and above for you to participate in the registration. And secondly, you must not have registered anywhere within the country so that you don't engage yourself in double registration.
You must not have registered anywhere in part of the country. Then, sir, can you tell us how many people that have actually registered in this ongoing exercise and more of your expectations too?
As at the close of last registration, which we ended on the 10th of December 2025, you know we have what we call online registration and in-person registration. By online means the start of registration, you start it online on your own at the comfort of your home. And then in-person is after that online registration, you now visit any INEC offices nearer to your home in any of the local government to complete the registration, where we do what we call biometric capturing of the person's facial. That's a continuation of the online. Now, as at the close of last registration, we have 8,802 completed online registration, and then 11,108 physical registration, giving a total of 19,910 as at last registration. Now, the current one, which we started on the 5th of January, as at the first week, Enugu State has recorded completed online 21 and physical registration 21, giving a total of 48.
All right, you say it online. For emphasis, can someone actually start this online registration and finish it? Maybe the person knows a lot about ICT.
You cannot finish it on your own because you need to come to any INEC local government offices nearer to you to do the completion of it. And that is where we use the biometric machine now to capture your face. This you cannot do on your own. And then the fingerprint.
Okay, at a time like this, as we are preparing for election, you see so many people, due to the fact they are not living where they were during the last election. So tell them how they can transfer their PVC from one location to another.
There are two ways you can do this transfer. You can do it at the comfort of your own. In this case, you don't need to visit any INEC office. What you need to do is just to enter the INEC website, do the necessary protocol that is required of you there, and then you end it up. You don't even need to go to any office. But where you don't know the procedure to follow on your own, you cannot do it. You need to, visit any of the INEC offices nearer to you for them to aid you up in doing the transfer. That's
beautiful, a great development. Can you just give them the INEC portal address?
CVR INEC. CVR INEC.nigeria.org.
Okay, CVR INEC
Nigeria.org.
So you can just have it in case you need that service. All right, let's know the documents and new registrants actually require to participate successfully to avoid going through and fro, to do this exercise.
Actually, you don't need any document. You only visit INEC office where you give you a form to fill. The essence of giving you this form to fill, at times you see people's names spelled wrongly, or the address is given wrongly, or even the date of birth given wrongly. When we give you this form, we now give you a guide to help you fill out this form. After filling this form, you now transfer it to our registration or the officer, who will now do the necessary filling in the system to capture it. The essence is to avoid unnecessary mistakes by spelling your name wrongly or giving any wrong information, so that we make sure that all these informations are coming from you as the registrant.
All right, can you tell us the duration? Peradventure one walks into your office to do this registration. How long will it take for the individual to finish?
Registration doesn't take up to 3 minutes, at most 5 minutes. Doesn't even reach it. So long as the data are there already.
That's a beautiful development. Now let me ask you a direct question. Do you have any challenge or challenges? If there are, can you just talk to us? Peradventure you may get an assistance.
Actually, at the start of the registration, we have a lot of complaints, which I believe that the Commission have already sorted out. People were complaining of distances between where they live and the local government where they're supposed to do this registration. They consider the cost and all these things. In this second phase of registration, the Commission has looked into it and now decided that we should now extend this registration to RA levels. What I mean by RA level is ward level, at least to reduce the cost of movement from the registrants from their home or villages to the point of registration. These are the major, the challenges we faced.
Okay, considering the fact that Enugu State is vast in terms of land mass, how many centers do you have? Do you have intention to multiply?
Already we have multiplied, as I've already stated, by increasing the number of registration points from local government, which we started with initially, to now moving them to the ward level. In this case, it means that the number of wards that made up a particular local government, we have that number of machines now. as against 2 we deployed at the start of this registration.
You know, as this exercise is built to stop around August, are you happy? Are you actually at home with the turn-up of people to participate?
Well, I wouldn't say completely yes that we're happy. There is need for people to still increase. There is need for people to still increase the participation. You know, time are gone when we just stay at the fence and apportioning blame and they do this or do that. If you don't participate, there is no way you will vote. And if you didn't vote, there is no way you will be part of changing the government you are criticizing. You can only change where you are part of that change. So we encourage people to come out and do the registration so that they can actually exercise their voting rights during the election.
Be part of the change you so much desire. Before I let you go, Mr. Achumie, tell us your parting word or advise the viewers exactly how you want them to do to make sure they don't miss this opportunity or chance to participate in national development and decision.
My parting words as the viewers at home is that days of apportioning blames are gone. God cannot come from heaven to bring a change to Nigeria. The change starts with you, starts with me. If you don't participate, if you don't vote, somebody will do the voting for you. But when you are there, you will see what is happening firsthand. Nobody will tell you stories that INEC does this or this person does this, so that you will be part of that change you are asking for. But you don't just stay at home and expecting a miracle to happen. Those days of miracle has gone. So my prayer is that people will really come out, get their their CVR by getting their voters card, getting involved, participating, and casting their vote on the day of election.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Get involved. Thank you, Mr. Achuma, for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, moving on, the federal government has inaugurated a CCTV monitoring center at the second Niger Bridge, linking Delta and Anambra states. And it's right now for us to observe a quick break, and after which Panorama continues. Thank you. Thanks for staying. The federal government has inaugurated a CCTV monitoring center at the second Niger Bridge linking Delta and Anambra states. The masquerade behind the recent violent attacks on individuals in our community, Olumba, South Local Government Area of Anambra State, is now in custody in police, undergoing investigation. Ngozi Okerekaro reports that the state government has announced its readiness to weigh the big stake on anyone hiding under culture and tradition to abuse human rights.
The attack, which occurred during a ceremony in Obu community, sparked widespread outrage on social media, raising concerns for stronger regulation of unhealthy masquerade activities for preservation of the cultural heritage. The Anambra State government has warned that such violent acts will not be tolerated as the enacted law restricting masquerade displays to designated areas is still enforced. The Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Dan Onyinji, also emphasized that masquerading is meant for entertainment and fun, not violence or intimidation.
Any masquerade that is found anywhere along the road disturbing traffic flow or challenging, of course, trying to create scenes that shouldn't be, arrested by government and prosecuted.
Anambra State Police Command, in a swift response, arrested the suspect behind the mask and has also restored calm in the community. The police public relations officer Tochukwu Ikenga said investigations are on.
Suspect is currently in custody, and we are also looking at arresting some other persons that are in the video when he was committing this act.
The incident has raised concerns about the misuse of masquerades in Igbo land, with some communities calling for stronger regulations and others advocating preservation of the cultural heritage. In Oka, Ngozi Okekaro, NTA News.
Now let's bring you Thelma Obiogu's report on the federal government's efforts where a CCTV monitoring center has been actually installed at the second Niger Bridge.
Commission this center. I do this in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. The CCTV project, which is about 11.9 kilometers, reflects President Tinubu's commitment to safeguarding strategic national infrastructures, enhancing traffic management, and ensuring the safety of road users across Anambra and Delta corridors. The Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, who had earlier inspected the ongoing construction of the access road to the second Niger Bridge, commended the quality of work done so far, but urged the contractors to hasten up.
The intention is to bypass the township so that if you are coming from any way to engage the second Niger Bridge, you will not go through the township so that to avoid a hold-up. Contract sum 179 million, 30% fully paid, and the contractor is doing extremely very well. But I need to set a new target. We have to complete and commission, 50% of this project by the end of, April.
We want to commend you, and through you commend Mr. President for the good job that is being done around our axis, and still ask you that we want you to come back for something more.
We are very happy for what the President has done for us.
The CCTV monitoring center will be managed by the Commissioner of Police, Delta State Command. In Asaba, Thelma Eliok, NTA News.
That reports we call it a day on Panorama. Thanks for watching, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye-bye.